In this video, I'm going to run through a quick edit, taking this photo through to this. I've taken a lot of this kind of photo and I end up throwing most of them away. I find it interesting to see the ships out on the sea, on the horizon, but it's not always easy to make an interesting photo with them. But I was experimenting with this one and had an idea that seems to be working. So to start with, I'm going to sort the crop out and I'm just going to put the ship on the top third there, something like that. And then I want to remove this other boat. Just going to erase that. I'm going to apply this sort of functional preset that I've got set up, which just changes the profile to Adobe Neutral, compensates the exposure slightly, let's close that, and adds a bunch of masks that I sometimes use. So first off, I'm going to add a linear gradient at the bottom, and I'm just going to pull the exposure down. I'm going to use a mix of tools. If I just use the exposure control, it's a bit too heavy-handed, and I prefer to use a mix of these. Let's try the exposure as well. Yeah, that's not bad. I kind of want it to fade to this really dark black, or almost black. And what I have been doing a lot recently is doing similar from the top, especially with these sort of vertical oriented images, is bringing the exposure down at the top. I find that really helps to draw the viewer's attention to the subject in the middle, if the subject's in the middle. But what I'm going to try with this is the opposite, which is to push that top gradient and overexpose it really. But what I don't want is for the ship to have this hazy effect. So I'm going to select subject. Yeah, that's got no problems doing that. And then use the dehaze. And I want to bring back the sort of depth and color and saturation to that. And then maybe just tweak the bright point here, or the white point. That's making the ship clip, isn't it? Can I bring the highlights down with that? A little bit. Maybe I'll use this to add a bit of contrast again. Let's go back to that mask. Is that making much of a difference? Maybe a little. So that was the main idea really with this photo, very simple. What I might try doing is, let's duplicate and invert this. And I wonder if I can just tweak the color of the sea. Give it a bit more green. Actually, maybe that would work better if I did that in this mask. Just to differentiate the color of the sea from the ship. No, don't like that. Let's undo that. What if I make it more blue? Yeah, that's better. Okay, I've seen one more thing I want to change. I just want to move the crop slightly. I want to put the ship ever so slightly more to the left. That's better.